Anthropic shipped a new model this week, Opus 4.8. Like the benchmarks number are fine, SWE Bench Pro went from 64% to 69%. GPT 5.5 is 58%, so Cloud is roughly 10 points ahead on what is basically the most honest coding benchmark we have right now. It tests its real messy production issue. That is good. But the thing I actually find interesting, it's kind of buried in the announcement. Anthropic said Opus 4.8 is 4 times less likely to let a code flaw pass without flagging it. And it is the first model they have ever shipped that scores 0 on uncritically reporting wrong results. So why does that matter more than the benchmark number? Let me think through this from first principle. If you are running an agent on a 40-step task, and at each step there is roughly a 5% chance that model confidently gives you a wrong answer without telling you, by step 40, the probability of at least one silent failure is like 87%. Merely so that something went wrong and you never knew. Drop that error rate by 4x and that number falls to around 40%. That is basically the difference between an agent you cannot trust with a long task and one you actually can. And I think that is the more important axis to be tracking here. Models getting smarter is useful. Models getting more honest about what they don't know. That is what actually makes them deployable in production. They also shipped dynamic workflow in Cloud Code. Cloud can now basically spin up hundreds of parallels of agents in one session. One team used in report 75000 lines in code in 11 days, which is kind of wild. And there's a new effort control. You can tell the model how hard to think per response. And one thing worth knowing from the system card through, prompt injection got slightly worse. Attack success rate from 6% to 9.6%. So if you are building agents that process untrusted internal input like web pages or user upload, that is worth keeping in mind. And then, right at the end of the announcement, almost like a footnote, Anthropic mentioned Cloud Opus preview, a model which is with higher intelligence than Opus, currently available only for a small number of cybersecurity organizations, coming to everyone in the next few weeks. So I think Cloud Opus 4.8 is a solid upgrade, but honestly, Mythos is what I am actually paying attention to.